I get to play Star-Lord. Who? Star-Lord, man! Man, Star-Lord, my favorite thing about him is the fact that as a superhero, he is more of the voice of the regular person. You know, he doesn't have all these crazy powers, even when he's out there in space. You know, there are some very special elements of him, but he uses blasters and jet boots that don't always work. And he makes a ton of old 80s music references, and he's really kind of a voice for the person who's watching or reading the comic books or playing the game. And I love that element of him, his ability to kind of speak to the viewer or the player without having to speak directly to them, just through his worldview of this whole galactic mess. You know, I'm from the Midwest. Star-Lord is originally from Missouri, so I had a leg up with trying to figure out his voice, but it's less about the voice and more about just kind of this nonchalant attitude in the most dire of situations. And there's a lightness about him, but because of that, there's also a vulnerability to Star-Lord that some other superheroes just never display. I always talk about how when Star-Lord gets freaked out, he might even let out a yelp like a "ah!" Like, that's a Star-Lord thing that you would just never see Captain America do or any of those guys. So for me, it's kind of a natural tone. He's from close to where I'm from, but it's more about just having fun in the craziest situations and acting as though you're impervious, even though you know you are not. And that's what that's really his voice in a nutshell. Oh man, there's so many. I think I said earlier, I love the fact that he really has access to different parts of pop culture that you can bring into a game like this. You know, I got to say, to boldly go where this man has never gone before. And it's, you know, it's takes like that Star-Lord gets to deliver that not every other hero would even have spent time or have the knowledge of where that line comes from. So that was one that I really loved. And then I love Star-Lord's ability to just constantly have a running narrative in his own head, even in the middle of a big speech. You know, worlds colliding, things are ending. That is a total bummer. But what we're gonna do here, and it's just those little lines that Star-Lord says that are just so fun. He has a tendency to make it about him, and in the midst of that, almost have a conversation with himself in the craziest of circumstances. He's so much fun to play. I mean, what blew me away about seeing the art today is the fact that you can play this on your phone. It's insane. It looks so crisp, so clean. The frame rate is crazy. The action is, I mean, there's so much happening constantly, and the fact that I could take that with me is, forget about it, man. I'm excited. The Marvel multiverse situation, especially after Jonathan Hickman's run on Avengers, is something I've been very interested in. It all closes down into itself, Secret Wars happens, and then it blows back open, and there's just all of these universes and different variations of our favorite Marvel characters to explore. And you see into the Spider-Verse, and you understand that there's this many Spider-Men everywhere. How many Star-Lords do we have? How many Rockets do we have? How many Groots do we have? And the ability to explore all of that and see all of that through the lens of a game like this is, I think, what really has me most excited. Oh, you know what? I just say thank you to the fans of Star-Lord out there, because the way you love that character allows me to play this character. And I love stepping in the jet boots every single time. And, you know, I think you guys better buckle up, because this is going to be one heck of a ride. And thank you beforehand for playing and loving it. Marvel Future Revolution. Download now.